I went to the Asian market with a purpose, and then I found things on sale. So I may have gone overboard, but this will last me a long time. And I shared a bunch of stuff with my mom, like these multi-grain drink packs and my pack of tuna and some other stuff that I shared with her, and the fresh kimbap and pancakes that I bought. We had a nice little sharing time. I also shared the seaweed with her, so she was very happy, plus some other bits I bought her. I'm especially excited about this. I love pickled radish. It is my absolute favorite, and I didn't realize that they sold it in this market and that they had a size that was good enough for a person who lives alone. This is the singleton size. And here we have the tiny nuisance already underfoot. Piggy. Boop. Away with you, sir. Away. While I make some decaf espresso, I will tell you all about my trip to the doctor today. So I'm gonna pop you guys right here. I finally did it. That's a little better. I finally went to the doctor. And if you hear a lot of noise in the background, it is because it is like 1,000,000 degrees today and it is hot and all the air conditioners are turned on. So finally went to the doctor's office. As I kept saying I would. I wanted to get a checkup post-COVID, just make sure everything is okay. She did do like a basic physical, everything checked out fine there. I did tell her about like my teeth pain that I experienced and the terrible like nasal situation. She had some recommendations. She's not my normal doctor. My normal doctor, for some reason, has been unavailable for like the last year every time I go. So it's his physician's assistant. Not really that bad though, because sometimes I feel like with younger, more energetic types, like, you know, she's still in school. She's kind of like the medical intern or whatever it's called. She's probably in her residency, it looks like. So I find that students, residents are more likely to do more than the older doctors because they're more eager to try new things. So I probably got a better checkup than I would have with my regular doctor, and I'm glad about that. As I've said before, I wanted to check on my thyroid levels, see if the stress of COVID had had any impact on my, particularly TSH, because that's what they always check. Unlikely that she would have run tests for antibodies or any of the other business, but at least it's something. I have a follow-up with my endocrinologist later this year, so it's good for comparison to see like what my numbers look like. Coffee's brewing. I'm going to turn that off. Cool for a moment. It's good to see what my numbers look like, you know, following this experience in comparison to, you know, a few months down the line. So we'll see what that looks like. I feel pretty decent, I have to admit, at this point. I think some of my leftover fatigue has probably been the result of PMS, so I'm hopeful that I will be back to normal soon. I've also been following a pretty consistent, gentle movement routine for exercise since then. I also had sprained my ankle about 2 months ago, so my exercise patterns have been just slowly recovering and being restored to what they were before, although with some limitations. My ankle is not 100% great yet. But that is a tale for another day. So follow through on the thing. We'll see what my numbers look like. She ran the blood today, so I have my fingers crossed that everything will be fine. But they also ran a few other things for what they call their like COVID panel. I guess Quest has a panel that they run, so she's also checking my vitamin D levels. I think some autoimmune antibodies, not necessarily the thyroid autoimmune antibodies, but like tied to other autoimmune reactive factors. And I think also like my liver enzymes and stuff like that. So I'm just happy to have done this. I have a lot of health issues in my family, and basically I don't want to like suffer through ill health in my later years. I'm close to middle age already, and I want to have a happy, healthy, relatively well old age, as well as can be, outside of factors that I can't really help. So, so far at this point in my life, I have managed to avoid the diabetes, the high blood pressure, the blood clot issues, the heart issues, the anxiety disorders, all the stuff that my family is riddled with, and I hope to keep it that way. The one thing that I obviously have is hypothyroidism, but there is no genetic factor in my family for that one. That's all me. So that's my story, and yeah, hoping that COVID will not have caused any of those things to flare. I just, have experienced the small stuff, and I'm hoping that is it. I'm hoping that my immune system is on track and everything will be going up from here. And I'm gonna have my coffee. It is decaf, but the flavor of espresso is one of the things that COVID stole from me, and it has come back in recent days, so I've been enjoying that. I do not have coffee every day because that's not great for hypothyroidism either, but sometimes I just want the flavor, and today is one of those days, so I'm going to pour that out and enjoy it. Steamy. Gotta let that cool. I think I spoke too soon. It tastes not great. Not the worst, but not the best. It's a sad thing for me. I always like the flavor of coffee. I just like coffee. It doesn't taste good anymore.